Hi everyone, so today I'm doing a brand review on Hylamite. It's not a full brand review, but I'm kind of struggling with thinking of where I want to categorize this because it's not exactly a foundation, it's not exactly a primer, even though it somewhat claims to be. But from Hylamite, I have these three products. You guys know that from the Abnormal Beauty Company. I'll leave the website link in the description box, but they carry a lot of brands and Hylamite is one of them. The Ordinary is another, and they market themselves to be pretty affordable brands. Hylamite I find to be a little bit more pricey compared to The Ordinary, but that being said, I have two products. These two are in different shades, but I'll be trying their Booster Series Transparent Foundation as well as the Finisher Series, the Photography Foundation. And basically these two have different shades. One is a transparent finish and I believe the other is more of a tan finish, a little bit more of a bronzy tone. So I'll be doing a side-by-side comparison because these two are increasingly hyped up on the internet, and I mean in a way that if you search hard enough you'll probably see it. I mean, not many people talk about it, but I find it to be that kind of product where a lot of people will be like, oh my goodness, what does this do? Like, is it sorcery? Is it magic? That kind of a thing. So we'll do a side-by-side review on these two, the Booster Series as well as the Finisher Series, just to see what's the difference between both. I'll be trying the transparent foundation on my right as well as the Photography Foundation in transparent on my left, and if I need a little bit more of bronzing I might add this in the mix. But yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so the easiest way for me to do this is to actually show you guys the product and the consistency of the two, after which I will put it on my face half and half, and I will do a voiceover so that I can talk through. I want to speed up my reviews a lot more so that I can eventually, if I meet the timing of like 5 minutes, I might consolidate all my reviews to under 5 minutes and just give you guys a lot more concise information in a shorter amount of time. So yeah, as I'm speaking, I'm probably speaking up to 1 minute already. But yeah, so for the Booster Series, this is the Hylamite Transparent Foundation. It looks like this in this black bottle, and it's a very light plastic. You kind of have a screw on top and a dropper. I wouldn't call it a pipette, it's kind of like a dropper system where you twist the top and you kind of dispense it onto your hand. So I'll just go show you the finish. So this is how it looks like. It's kind of a creamy thick consistency. Spreading it out, it's really watery, it's not super moussey or anything like that. And when I spread it out on my hand, you can see it's completely transparent, and spreading it out will kind of give us an idea of what the finish will be, whether it's like a radiant finish, does it have sparkles in it. So as you can see, it's quite a dewy finish. It has a light reflecting quality. We'll see how this translates onto the face. Okay, and moving on to the Hylamite Photography Foundation in transparent. So Photography Foundation, Transparent Foundation, I don't really get the difference at this point, but what I'm going to do is show you the finish of the Photography Foundation as well. Similarly, it comes in a very runny texture, this one more so than the previous. I'm going to spread it out. So as you can probably see here, I can't really tell off the bat like what the difference is, but I can tell that this is a lot more of a runny texture than the previous. Both have this kind of reflective quality to it, so I'm not really sure what the difference is with kind of like a photography finish as well as a transparent foundation finish. But it is also transparent, as you can see, has a kind of like warm tone shift to it. It does contain a little bit of shimmer, but it isn't noticeable. It's like a very kind of metallic but almost a very seamless metallic finish. So yeah, that's how it looks like. Alright, so on the right side, I'm going to use the transparent foundation. I am going to apply it with my fingers because I think this will be the best way to evenly spread it out. Okay, and this is how the packaging looks like for the transparent foundation. I basically used my finger and spread it all around my face. I found that this would be the best way of application. It is a very kind of creamy texture, which is a little bit more runny. It feels like sunscreen actually. And like I mentioned a little later, this has a little bit of a white cast underneath, which is not really noticeable now, but on the hand it's really noticeable. Now I'm kind of showing you a detailed look with the transparent transparent foundation on this side and the other side with my bare skin. Can you guys tell the difference? Not really for me. Then moving on to the photography foundation in the transparent shade, which is a little different. This one's a little bit more runny, like you saw it running down the back of my hand. This one doesn't have too much of a white cast underneath. I found that this is very hydrating, and actually they both are pretty hydrating. I just find this to be a little bit easier to spread around the face without it sticking to any surface areas with a white cast kind of a finish. So this is the comparison between the two, the transparent foundation on the left and the photography foundation on the right. They are both transparent in finish, so try to tell the difference. So that's the application of both the photography foundation as well as the transparent foundation, and to be completely honest, there's only one kind of visible kind of attribute that I can point out at this point, that being that the transparent foundation has a little bit of a white base, which means that kind of when you take both the swatches, you can compare the two when I rubbed it on the back of my hand. When I kind of patted the transparent foundation in, and after it has set, it kind of left a white cast, as compared to the photography foundation. When I rubbed it in, it was completely transparent with, you know, like kind of a shimmer quality, which it leaned a little bit more of a golden undertone. But yeah, that's the only visible noticeable difference at this point, because I keep emphasizing that it has to be noticeable, because even though these two claim to be transparent and they're actual products that claim to do something, it can't totally kind of invisible. When they say transparent foundation, I still believe that it's supposed to make the skin look really good, and I'm not sure what you guys thought with the before and after shots, but as I look at my skin now, I think the one thing that makes it a lot more different is the fact that my skin looks really can you imagine that kind of photography shoot where someone just has naturally good skin and you basically wonder if they have anything on? And essentially, I guess models do have really good skin, so they basically don't need much. And if you just want to do that play on super natural skin, but you want a coating of something so that the skin looks a little bit more even, the light reflects somehow off the skin, not too dull a manner, because your natural skin sometimes does have this dull quality to it. I believe this will really enhance a model skin really well, but as you can see, I don't have perfect skin, but I do find that even without the coverage, my skin somehow looks a lot more polished. If I had to compare right or left, you know, like what's the major difference, I would say that the photography foundation is a lot more true to its name, being transparent, unlike the transparent foundation, which is a little bit more of a whitish base, which will definitely show up on deeper, darker skin tones. But the transparent finish really is completely transparent. But I would say that if you are of, you know, a medium to dark skin tone, you might want to go for the photography foundation in golden tan. I'll show you the shade really quickly. This isn't like fully transparent. This has a very nice golden tan undertone to it, which explains why it comes in a different shade. So if you can see it here, it's definitely a gold bronzy tone, and when I spread it out, you can see it's catered to medium skin tones, a lot more medium to dark, and it won't give you that kind of like really white undertone to it. But I would say that comparing the two transparent foundations, you know, the photography foundation is a lot more transparent. Yep, and this is the reflective quality of this, you know, like, I don't even know what to call it. It makes it sound like a gimmick, but yeah, Hylamite is really one of those brands that is more of like a skincare hybrid with makeup. So this is one of the rare few makeup products they have. So I would say that overall these are really interesting products, but you know, because it is a side-by-side review, would I recommend one or the other? I'll definitely go with the photography foundation in transparent for anyone who's my skin tone, and if not, the golden tan photography foundation. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this matter. If you guys want to see my consolidated thoughts below, do check it out, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!